Hello, 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 viewers, listeners. Welcome to the show. This is the Musings and Music Show, a special edition of it, because it is holding this time to discuss a very important issue or to bring to light a very important matter, a very important groundbreaking matter. That's why I have the guest I have in front of me today. Those who are listening can't see him yet, but those who are watching have seen him. If you know him, you know him. If you don't, you're about to find out. So I will ask him to tell us what his name is to start with. Let him say his own name himself. So who is this person in front of us?
Hi, hello, viewers. My name is Eric Iguacho. I want to thank Ms. EGBE for bringing me onto this show this evening, US time. My name is Eric Iguacho.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. To have the audience get to know you. In a few minutes, in the hour ahead, you're going to know a lot about him. But people who may know you, everybody has a different opinion of somebody. How would you describe your own self? Who are you?
It's tough to describe myself in a way that a lot of people will not know, but quite simply, most importantly, a child of God and a Boban. I like that title. About the old boys. I'm here in the United States, a husband and father of 4 children. I lost one. So that's who I am in the United States, and an entrepreneur.
Right. You see how some people, other people, when you ask them what they are, they come up with other things. They start, it's the reverse. They go with whatever degree, whatever achievement they've made is as opposed to describing themselves like you have. I'm a child of God first. That's really what's most important. And then husband, father. That says you have your priorities straight. That's a good thing. Well, the reason we have him here is not really to talk about his family as such. It's to talk about what I said was groundbreaking. And I think what I should do is go ahead and see if I can share my screen and play a video for you to just look at or just listen to if you're on the radio listening. Give me a second. I'm going to find this and share my screen, and let's watch that video real quick. This should be it right here. Okay. There we go.
Exquisite, artistic, stylistic, and lovely. The much anticipated Gilgal Tower grand opening, scheduled for Saturday, June 18, 2022. Commonly called the tallest building in Limbe, this historic, architectural jewel, iconic, and ultra-modern edifice hosts some of the nation's finest beach apartments, offices, multilingual conference room, party hall, and more. Now you can plan your next vacation stay, wedding, concert, board meeting, and more at the luxurious Gilgal Tower Limbe. For more information, visit us online at www.gilgaltower.com. At Gilgal, you are in good hands.
Oh, wow. There. Let me stop the share real quick and come on back to us here. I wish I had played this without the sound and had you the audience, just watch and see if you'd have been able to tell where that building is. I can tell you for sure that when I first saw these images, I posted them on the family forum, and I said, somebody, and that was before I went to bed, and I said, when we wake up, people are going to see it. You should guess where that building is. So interestingly, everybody that was in Cameroon on that forum came and said, why are you bothering us with your guess things? You should have asked your people there in America where the building is to figure out which city it is in. And I said, there you go, bingo. It's not in America, it's right there in Limbe. Astounding. All right, some people are not aware, saying, okay, why did you play that video? You have somebody here, he says his name is Mr. Eric Iguacho, then you play that video. What does that have to do with him? So, okay, what does that have to do with you, Mr. Iguacho?
That's my vision. I'm the president and CEO of Gilgal Towers. And that's why I'm here, hopefully to speak, shed more light on that project.
Wow. So how did this concept come to you? How did it start off? You're sitting here in the States, you say you live here in the States, and then from living here in the States and being a father and a husband, like you said, and then bam, that. So how did it all play out?
I could say quite well, it's an inspirational project to me and my family. Mm-hmm. It's nothing that we ever thought about, but one day happened. It happened, and we got up and we went down to Limbe on a visit. Mm-hmm. At the time, we had a plot in Newtown, very small, not too big, 500 square meters. And I just looked at that plot. I looked at the area. It looks so very desolated. It looks like a part of the town that nobody really cared about. There was really water coming out from the hills, and it was not livable.
Yeah, because those of us who are born, who grew in Limbe, we know about the floods and things. So yes. And you see, he's saying this. I like people to see things. I'm sorry for whoever is listening. You're going to have to make the time to come and do the watching, because this is going to eventually be on YouTube. He's talking about this. If you have lived in Limbe, you have an idea. If you have not, you may not have an idea. And even if you live in Limbe, you may not quite get the picture of what he's saying and why I am asking him, how did you even come up with this? Because if you hold on one more second, I'm going to share my screen and show you the piece of land he's talking about. And then you see what I mean by visionary, or why I'm saying that. So give me a tiny second. I will go ahead and share. Go back to this right here. Come on down here and here.
Yeah.
There we go. I see. This is not what you mud is a good word to use for this. What we call poto. This is what qualifies for poto. Look at that, and then look at this.
Yes.
Look at that.
Yes, indeed.
Right there, I see the truck right there, and maybe I can have one more. That's Newtown right there, the thing, and hard to believe that what we just saw in the video. Look at this one. This is the debris right there. This is what we call a water, not the going right to like the jungle water going on down there. It looks like a hot mess. So let me see. I see two gentlemen right up here on this structure. What's going on there?
Okay, that's when the physical, the construction part of the work ended in 2019. So to my right is architect Charles Munji of late, and the one who designed this project. To my left is the builder, Jerry Penn, still alive, thank God. Those are the two, the architect and the builder. They were celebrating at that time, 2019, when they got to the summit of the building, and it's just a farewell.
Right. So we kind of like we did it, Eureka. We did it.
Eureka moment.
Wow. Let me stop the share for now and come on back here so we can. You see, because it's for some of us, we don't. I find the world the way it is. Do the best I can to pretty much work with what I see. It takes somebody with a vision, somebody with a far-reaching mind to look at that piece of poto right there and get a tower, to envision a tower out of it, which is what we see there now. We're going to go back later and look at the pictures, like the inside of the whole thing in a bit. But that is, so why did because you already had the plot there, or why would you have chosen Limbe? Why did you even have a plot in Limbe to start with? Why Limbe?
Right, so like I mentioned before, when we got there, we live at Sokolo, which is probably like 2 miles from that location. We have a bigger piece of land over there. So we came down to Newtown, and I saw with my own eyes what you're seeing there, water coming gorging through that stream and getting into people's homes and businesses. And our own plot was situated on the site. So I looked at it, and I wouldn't even say it was something from me. I think it was divine, because it would be unimaginable that somebody would take their money and invest in that location. But I saw something that was spiritual. I saw something in there that I had to invest, and God directed me that use this piece of land and do something, and it would change lives. It would change the narrative.
Oh, yes.
And you know, it's a common verse that the rejected stone eventually became the cornerstone.
The stone that the builders rejected became
the stone that the builders rejected. So you see, this place was a place that nobody, was a no-go zone in Newtown.
Mm-hmm.
And
from that to the tallest building,
yeah,
just in Limbe, in all of the Southwest province, as far as I know.
Yes.
Right there, towering over the whole city. From the top of it, then you can see the city around there.
Yes.
A transformation. That is really something for the city of Limbe. Yes. So why the name too? It says Gilgal Towers. I know that's biblical too. Why call it Gilgal Towers? What's the name?
It all merges together. The name Gilgal, as you know, is historic. It's a place in Israel. We actually got this name from a visit from our chapel here in the United States, City of God Chapel. They came to us for prayers. Mm-hmm. And after praying, they left that verse in Joshua 5, 8, and 9. Mm-hmm. And in that verse, the name Gilgal was derived as a place of rest and a place of new beginning. So it was my wife and I, we just said, this sounds like a very good name that we should adopt. Yes. And use in our own home here in the United States. Uh-huh. And then we eventually found it necessary to shift it to our business in Cameroon.
Right.
That's how it became Gilgal.
Right. So we've seen how it started, and you talked about a place of rest.
Yes.
It does have that building. Let's start talking about what is in the building itself. Yes. So we see the guys at the top there. You've kind of had to watch the video, and I'm sure you're just going, ooh, are the things, but exactly what does that building offer? What is it designed to do? Place of rest, I definitely feel that, because I don't know if people caught the view of a bed right there. So yes, there's a bed there. What's the bed doing there? Is it a hotel? What is it?
It's a guest house. It has a guest house, the top 3 floors guest house, and then below the next 3 floors. So I'm starting from 11. I'll start from the top 3 floors, from 11, 10, and 9. Of course, the last
and in saying that, you've revealed to the people that it's an 11-story structure.
Just before that, the last 2, 3 floors, that's the penthouse. Wow. And that's where my family dwells for now.
Right.
So it's 14 floors.
It's 14.
Last 3 is excluded.
Correct.
So from 11, 10, and 9, those floors are guest apartments, kind of hotel apartments, right, so to speak. They are not your typical hotel rooms that you see. They're not typical hotel rooms. I
just don't want to keep stopping and sharing, But as you're talking, then I'll go back, and now we will go through the things that we were going to see, because when they're thinking about a hotel room, even out here in terms of the United States, that's not the kind of hotel room that you will see, or that the average person can afford. I can tell you that. So we'll take like the suite. You know how you go to a hotel and
yes,
the elevator takes you only up to a certain level.
Yes.
And have a certain pass, a certain kind of car to go beyond that level to the very top, where they have the penthouse and the suites and things like that. Mm-hmm. And let me just interject real quick. You're talking about 14 floors, 13, 14 floors. Okay, are we going to go to one step over the other on the stairs there going, because I'm looking at Cameroon, that's what it is. I worked in the Ministry of Education before I came on out here. 9 floors, that's what it was. We went on the stairs because the elevator that was made there not working, or in some other buildings non-existent. So how is it going to be? I go take one of the suites on the 13th floor, the 11th floor, and how am I going to get up and down there every day?
So we have a lift installed about just right after the completion of the building, sometimes around maybe 2019. So we have a lift in the building that takes our guests from 0 to 11. The other floors are not accessible to the public. So though a lift takes you all the way up there, but you can imagine that during construction, people, even myself, because I used to go up and down to see what they're doing. So we did all that on foot. We're Africans. We can
right. Like I was saying, that's how I worked. I know that ministry, it was a matter of like, you know how they had two shifts.
Yes.
8 o'clock, go back down at noon to break. Come back at 2:30, go back at 5 at 6.
Yes.
So we can do it. But I'm just thinking about if we're trying to sell this and telling people to come, because the idea is not that only Cameroonians should go there, definitely not. This is definitely something of international standards.
Sure.
So when we're telling people, are you going to have to, like you're saying, they have suites there. There's gas cookers and things right there, rice pots and stuff where you can actually go live there. So are you going to, I'm thinking, somebody going to imagine going to the market and logging up their stuff there and their luggage, everything there. But as I told you, no, there is a lift, or what the Americans call an elevator, in there. And now going in that same direction, I know I, for one, look at elevators in Cameroon, I'm going, no, I'm not going on there. I'm going to go take the stairs because I do not know whether NAO is going to just have all these outages they talk about there. How is that going to work if I'm going to get an elevator? What if I get stuck in it? So what would your answer to that be? How are we going to be sure that this elevator is going to work?
We have enough safety measures put in place, beginning with power supply. We use solar energy. Which is, if you look at the building itself, the entire top floor is solar panels. So we have solar energy that we use to power the lift, so that guarantees the continuous powering. So
you're not about to get stuck.
Not worry about, you shouldn't worry about, it should not be any of your worries.
Right. That there, I think, even though I said, I keep saying I don't want to go back and forth, I need to stop and show people exactly what you're talking about right there. Let me go find that and see and show you what he's talking about, which is why we're so impressed. I am just, wow, flabberwhelmed by this structure, really. So this is the best one that will show it, the next two. So all of these things at the top right here, these are solar panels right there. Can you see them? Can you see my screen?
Yes.
So this is the top of the building right here. And all of these blue things that we see right here.
Right.
Wow. Wow. And they're even better. There's an even better view of them right there. Very impressive. Just awesome. So you don't have to worry about power. Well, the other thing people worry about when we go on out there to it's our country, but we know the hardships, is water supply. How do you plan on, how does this structure handle that?
Water is not the problem. We have water at very high pressure at all levels, thanks to the borehole that we have there. We have is a very special borehole called an artesian borehole. The well there is of high pressure, of high quality. As a matter of fact, it was tested by the Cameroon government and approved at a level of commercialization. The water could be used. It could be bottled.
No, so it's like a regular Sus Tangi kind of
like Tangi, and we call it Gilgal water. So we have good quality water at high pressure because of the historic well. The guy who did the borehole told me actually that Eric, I'm going to tell you there's some history here because he has done only 2. He studied in the United States, worked in California for a long time, did a lot of drilling. He said he has seen only 2 of such wells in his entire 30 years of doing that business. So we are very blessed, and you know, it adds to some of the comfort in Gilgal. You come there, water is not your problem, water pressure, water quality, nothing like that. You have no problem with that.
That is awesome. That is awesome, because that is what sometimes deters people from going on vacation. You don't want to be packing, you're packing your things, you take your clothing, and then a whole suitcase is Flagyl and Imodium. To go on there and see how you're going to be doing, and you're looking at nervously at people, they're offering you stuff, you're going like, I don't know. you're worried about the water. Even to brush your teeth, you're sitting going, So this is very, very reassuring to people who are listening here. Because I won't lie to you. There are times when colleagues of mine have said, oh, I want to go to the motherland. We're talking about African Americans, African American friends. What place would you recommend? And I'm trying to say, oh, Ghana, oh, South Africa. And I'm kind of nervous about mentioning my own country to go to because I'm like, where am I going to ask them to go stay? You know, you are a little bit embarrassed. You don't know about, whereas they say they've heard about the fact that there is a whole, people know about Gore in Senegal, but now I've discovered that there's Bimbia right there in our own Limbe. That is also an ancient slave post that has a lot of history. Miss Lisa Aubrey has done documentaries on that place. It's historic too, that we want to go and see. But prior to now, sometimes even our own kids are like, I don't know about wanting to go there. It's different for us who grew there. I went to this college. We had what we call the annex. You can manage a pit toilet anytime you want. Our kids are not about to do that. So some of them are like, oh, trip to Cameroon. They're like, But now I showed them this thing and they're going, oh, wow. Okay, then. All right, then. You see, you can recommend this with pride and see somebody's going to be there in comfort. Or everything, modern facilities, it is glorious, just glamorous to look at it. I have never seen that much crystal, that much marble. It is beautifully done. So what are the actual things in it? I know we have the rooms, high quality luxury rooms. And then what else besides just staying there? What else can the building, what is it used for?
Okay. Very nice question. But before I get in there, let me expand a little bit on what you just said. The experience of our children when they go to Cameroon, especially for the first time. I have a personal experience. When we took our children there in 89, sorry, 99, the experience was just horrible. We had at the time a 2-bedroom. We had 4 children in 2 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. We're using city water. And when someone it's just 1 floor, we're talking about 1 level, not even 2.
A bungalow
or is using 1 in 1 bathroom. The other one you cannot. The water is just dripping.
Yes.
And there are times my kids will go in there and when they have soap, you know, like all this stuff in your head, and then the water doesn't really flow, they scream at daddy, what's this? You know, because they're not used to that.
Right.
They're used to the United States where everything is just, you know, water is not an issue. And then they go into a zone where you have to ration water. They just did not find that comfortable. Right. And it actually affected their interest in
wanting to go. Yes.
They wanted to go. Next time you say, let's go, they just, going there if I'm not even able to take a shower.
Right.
So that also added to the reason why we really invested a lot to avoid such problems, because other families, we don't want them to go through what our kids went through. And at Gilgal, you are sure that when you bring your children there, you bring your family from the United States, from Europe, from any part of the world, they will have the same experience that they have here in the US and Europe and other parts of the world.
And to tell you frankly, no, I don't know about you. Maybe I don't have a home that has that much crystal light chandeliers and stuff, wow, and that much has that much comfortable. Frankly, they are going to actually have an upgrade. Who would have thought of that? And you'd go to Cameroon, not talking about Douala or Yaoundé, to Limbe, to Victoria, as we used to know it, and end up having an upgrade to what you're used to. Frankly speaking.
So I give credit to a very good friend of ours in China, Jerry Chang. He's the one who, he was the interior designer. Of course, most of the things we did together. Right. But, you know, the chandelier, the amount of chandelier that we're having there, the quality, the size, and it's just remarkable. If you look in every single room,
right,
see the quality of chandelier, and it's all, thanks to him, he did a lot of work, He invested a lot of time to come up with one of the best in the market, the newest, the more energy efficient.
Correct.
So that's what we have at Gilgal.
Fantastic, fantastic. I'm going to go now and then maybe just go through some of the pictures so you can tell us, okay, what room is this? What is it that we do here? And the next, and let's do that. That will also help us actually stick to the, let's see right here. Okay, so that was the solar panels we looked at. Look at this right here. Do you see it? I'm looking at this lounge chairs right here, where you can just chill there, rest your feet on this right here, and look at the city out there. So what part of the structure is this right here?
So I am going to give you a little surprise or breaking news on that apartment.
Right.
It's one of the biggest we have, most luxurious we have. And that apartment directly overviews Seka from the bedroom side.
Oh.
So we actually initially called it the Seka View apartment. You will not see there on the website, but that's what it really is. It's a Seka View apartment. So if you come in there and you're looking for is an apartment that overviews Seka, that's what you get. And they actually ended up getting the best apartment.
You see,
so the Seka View apartment is really the best. Not taking anything from any other school, but
forget them. We are it. Oh dear, that is beautiful. That is beautiful.
It's facing the market, and then the bedroom side faces Seka.
Right. Wow. This, and look at this right here. Look at just even the drips and things. Beautiful.
Yes.
There's no saying, there is nothing here that we have here or anywhere else that that holds a candle to this, or this has nothing to envy from what we have out here. Beautifully decorated. Look at it. That's really, really good.
So this one is my favorite, my personal favorite, because it has a lot of first of all, it's a beach view. When you sit right there,
you can see the sea, the ocean.
The ocean, Atlantic Ocean, and the amount of breeze coming from that. I think that's level 11. Direct breeze, so comfortable. And I just, the vision there is for mostly young kids. I mean, I won't call them kids, but young adults who want to really get the real pleasure in life. You sit down there, it's very relaxing. Yes. And you know, you can just comfortably sit, two of you, have a chat, have a drink, and get the nice breeze. And if it's just the video won't show the other side, it's completely designed with elegance. A lot
this is you talked of young adults. I hope we should be giving them ideas. Those of them who are getting ready to settle, come and pop your question right there. Yes. This is the kind of place you don't want to go down in some kind of miserable place where the person is going to look at you and the answer is going to be no, I don't want to marry you.
Absolutely.
Right here, I think you're going to get the person to say yes when they're not ready, Seth. This is it right there. It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
So you just hit it. Let me explain a little bit about, because Gilgal, of course, you know, we're going to get there later. But this particular apartment, when we recommend it for the bridesmaid. When you have a wedding,
right?
They have them lodge in there.
You see, so I was not far from the whole thing.
No, you were not far at all. So it's kind of like an Airbnb living. The last time my daughter got married there, so they were there about 6 or 8 of them in that one apartment because it's very spacious.
Right.
It has a sofa on the beds. They are all king size beds, so they had fun. So they didn't have to separate and go to different.
Right. And that's how people get late to the like, okay, we're waiting for so and person, we're waiting for so and so person. If everybody is together in the same place, then it happens. You're all ready.
Easily. So when it's time for them to go, they're all there.
Yes.
You don't have to go looking for them in different rooms. They're all sitting there and they had fun.
Right.
Because they sit down there, they're talking, they're chatting, they're just so relaxed. You know,
and this is the age where they are very they're into their Instagram, their Twitter, their things, and they want to shoot pictures that are happening now. This is me right here. And if you really went to stay with your auntie inside cassava farms there, you're not very willing to put that on Instagram. Let's be frank, on Instagram. But right, this kind of a place, you're like, okay, yeah, this is part of even the ambience. because it looks this pretty. It looks that pretty. That's awesome.
After the wedding, we had a lot of pictures on Facebook,
On social media.
Right. That particular, because the ladies, they just liked it. They loved it.
It's comfortable for them.
It's so comfortable for them. They went in there, and internet, of course, is one of the features that we have there. High-speed internet, and we also are going to install voice over IP phones, which are internet-based phones that you can communicate around the world without paying anything. It's internet-based. So
you're part of what you pay per day.
Oh yes,
that's to be included.
Yes. So we're going to be having a number which you can easily dial from the United States and get in there and speak to your guest through auto attendant. You don't even need to pass to a receptionist. You go straight to the guest room that you're looking for.
Right.
Your guest on a secure line. So it's a place where I am looking forward to having a lot of young adults, male, female, to come there and spend some time, families.
So they can, some of them were encouraging and looking for avoiding certain research topics because they are going, if I go to that kind of place, where am I going to stay? How am I going to go ahead and do this? But now you have a base where you could stay, you can load your papers, and when the paper is due, send your paper in. But that's what some of the young adults say. I cannot go on this vacation with you. I need to be somewhere where I have good internet all the time because my paper is due this day, it's due that day, so I can't go. But now that's not a reason to not go anymore. You can go, get on the thing, do your work right there, and submit it on time when they say the paper is due at 11:59 p.m. You know how those deadlines are, college deadlines. You can go and do it there because you don't have any issues. Trust me, that is a serious problem that some people say, I cannot go on that vacation. I cannot afford to. I need to work, and I need to be only where there's good internet. So it's a big deal, what you're saying there.
And I should also add that we have not just basic internet, we have an IP service, which is a static IP line, which is dedicated. It's very secure, very secure. So whereas, some of these areas may have interference and stuff, this line is exclusive to Gilgal. Yes, so it's called a dedicated IP line. It makes it it makes for secure communication with the rest of the world. So when you come there, even as a businessman, you should never be worried about your information being stolen.
Correct. That would have been the next thing.
Yes.
We're going to talk about all the hacking and stuff, and your secure information or your sensitive information being stolen. And talk about that as a businessman. I saw that I had moved on, but now I'm going to go right back because where I was before was this, because we're talking about people living. This is like anybody's regular home. Dining room right there.
Dining room, yes.
You take care. This is going to be home away from home for a family, which means if somebody is going to Cameroon for business and their family is on break from school, you can take them with you and actually just live the same way you'd live in very familiar, homely quarters. Not like the uncomfortable, is like anybody's regular furniture at home. Look at that. Look at that. That's fine dining right there. So all of this like the silverware, the plates and everything are available, are right there.
Yeah.
Come with the wow.
Yes, everything is there. It's you just go in there, walk in. As a matter of fact, when you go in there, you have your silverware, you have your plates, everything is there. You have the kitchen.
Kitchen for you to do your cooking. Yes, I saw the cook and everything. Look at this right here, the TV sitting there, couches and all.
Yeah.
This is amazing. This is really.
And the TV is IPTV, so you can really view any channel worldwide. At least 2,000, thousands of channels, because it's internet-based television.
Correct. Not a matter of like okay, you can only see the local, whatever's local to the you can just keep saying. But some people have their shows. I know it may sound funny to some people, but there are people who follow their series. Oh, I don't want to miss the thing. So it's coming up Friday nights. I have to be sitting in front of my TV. So you're going to be able to watch it there. That's awesome. That's awesome.
And that is that's the presidential suite.
Looks like it. Looks every bit like it.
That's sweet, right there.
That is very, very lovely. Look at that. Beautiful. And that's the kitchen you're describing right there at the back. I can see cookers right there, the stove is right there, microwaves and everything, kitchen cabinets, like
Yeah.
everything set, everything good,
So
high quality.
yes, the rooms, the apartments are theme colored. You know, you see, you go one area, you see most blue dominated. You come here, you can see brown dominated.
Brown, yes, and cream.
So they are all theme colored. So there's another apartment which is mostly red. There's another one which is mostly yellow. So you see them.
The animal print kind
yes,
of.
yeah, that's what it is. So yes, so you can easily.
So if you go to the website, you can go and choose what it is that you want, which of the things you see this there, and you can reserve for this, pick what you want.
Yeah, our website is gilgaltowers.com. There you can actually make a reservation, like you do any reservation with Hilton. You just go there and you select a room. And right now we're running discount prices. What you see there are discount prices. You go select a room and you book. And if you book, there will be a payment option and the room is reserved for you.
Wow.
Yes, even offices, that one, like, you know, that's an office, that's a finished office. Wow, you just went to the next page without even me knowing that. So that's the office and the finished office.
Right.
Sorry, furnished office. Finished and furnished office. So
both of the terms are there. So you pull the office, you can actually come and work. Like have your office right there and you have your office space and work from there.
Right.
Because now you have the internet, it means you can get, these days we work by Zoom and everything. So you get on, you pull up your laptop there, or that's a desktop right there too, and just work. So and just do
it's what we call a hotel office. So you just walk in there. If you're coming to Limbe for a 1 week business trip, you don't need to worry about furniture or anything. Just show up with your laptop, get hooked up, internet, light, everything is there, and you do your business, you leave.
You're good to go. You're good to go.
To go 1 week, we take up to months. If you want to pay for many months, that's fine. But they are on a daily basis, weekly basis, and short term.
Correct.
Basis.
How people are listening and realizing you could say this is something which we are, as we're talking, this is beyond local.
Yes.
Because way beyond local, we're thinking about international right here. When you talk about it's not even just national, but international. People who have business, and the roads are pretty good. If you choose to stay here, because it's more comfortable for you here, you can then go back and forth to the other places that you need to visit in Cameroon from here. If you need to make a trip now to Douala or to Yaoundé, you can still come on back and actually be based here, or choose to just hold your conference right here in Limbe instead.
So even more to that, if you say, for example, you have that office there to do some work in Limbe for 1 week or 2 weeks, you have upstairs, you have the living quarters, you have the, you just go upstairs, spend the night, get up in the morning, come down to your office and do your business. And then we have other amenities down, like the restaurant and other things. So you can basically live in Gilgal,
right,
Towers, and do all your business for 1 or 2 weeks and then get out and go to it. So it's a real hub for international businesses.
Correct. So let's add conferences too. You can choose to just hold the entire conference there. Even if you have your in Cameroon right there, you have your office someplace else, you can choose that we're going to go host a conference, and that the conference is going to hold in Limbe, and have people come from all over Cameroon to come and have the conference there because of the facilities available to the participants right here. And I've moved, as you can see, to the next picture. This is this the ballroom?
That's the ballroom.
Wow.
That's the ballroom. So
it just says wedding all over it. I already see the two chairs for the bride and groom up there. All of this is my goodness, quality stuff.
Yes.
This is,
the ballroom is the basement part of it. So you saw, you saw the water. The water, we had to dig down for about 8 meters for the foundation. So the bottom part is where the ballroom is located.
Which makes a lot of sense. You don't want to put it up there and all that noise is instead coming down and bothering people in the rooms and everything. Instead, it should be downstairs. Yes,
Downstairs.
good planning. Yes.
Yes, downstairs.
And have people, because people are going to come to attend the thing, they should not be coming and going up through all over the place. They just need to go into the downstairs.
That's it.
Mhm.
So it's a separate, you can go to this ballroom without even being to the rest of the building, you know, so it's not very, it doesn't invade anything. It's just
the privacy of anybody
or anything. So it doesn't draw crowd public. No, it's just the bottom part of the building. And I should say that the weather, the condition there, the air conditioning there is really, really great. It's a very comfortable ballroom.
Awesome.
Yes.
Oh yes, because I saw a video of that somebody took during the wedding. That must have been your daughter's wedding. Ex-Malaya was playing, and people were screaming away and dancing and having fun with their lives there. You don't see the embarrassing sweat that comes up in a place where if it were not air conditioned, that's what you would see. But everybody's makeup was there, looking wonderful. The guys themselves were singing there. No sweat. People are coming to actually wipe your face. And when they're coming to Farote, the bill is sticking on your forehead because of all the sweat. No matter how you dance and shake, that bill stays on your forehead there because it is stuck with sweat on the thing. Those are the things that some of us look at and notice. It was very comfortable there. I haven't been myself, but I cannot wait to go. I cannot wait to go. This is beautiful. There's very little that the decor person is going to have to do here. It's already decorated.
No, there's not too much. If you come there to decorate, you might even mess up the whole thing because the quality of furniture that we have there, it's well coordinated. So it doesn't need too much.
No,
the lighting.
Flowers, yes.
Yes. So if you want colors, if you look there on the first of all, there are two layers. You can see there's a top floor, mezzanine level.
Right up here.
The top mezzanine.
Right.
In between the mezzanine and the main floor, there are some lights. You see them
right there, right?
Yeah, those lights, yes.
Right there.
So those lights now give you the color effect that you want. We don't need anything else. If you want a purple party, those lights give you a purple theme.
Yes.
Yellow, anything you want. Now they are being directed by the lighting system. The ambience is done by, so you don't need to bring anything
too much in there. Just make it just overdo or overkill.
No,
and of course, you don't want to be. How silly can you be to try to cover these chairs with what and for what? The chairs are already they're looking good. You don't have to put the chair cover thing. Definitely, these do not need that. Instead, you should be trying to show these off.
Yes.
Right. This is amazing. Now they're talking about the kitchen, the full thing there, the stove, there's the sink. This is like anybody's home. Cabinets and everything there. It's designed for you to be able to stay for a certain amount of time and not have to worry about eating. Some people are a little scared. You want to come and do your own food yourself, as opposed to you're not sure what it is you're getting. Get it and cook it your own self.
Yes.
Your own self right there. We're talking about beds. You said a king size bed. There it is. There's one right there. Comfortable and everything. Wow. These are the elevators we're talking about a second ago, right there. I can see that that's the how to get on the elevator. What floor is this? This is the lobby.
That's 11th. Yeah, this is 11th floor.
It's up already.
Yes, so that's the lobby of the 11th floor, and so the two sides are the doors into various
two rooms. Yes, apartments. There, a different angle of it, all carpeted like that. It looks like it's either marble floors or fully carpeted wall to wall. Right there. That's really, really high end. Look at that. That's another angle of the ballroom. The ballroom. So you can do any kind of high end activity here. So is the restaurant functioning already? Is it up and running yet?
It will be functional by the 18th of June. Everything is
when the grand opening is happening.
Yes, for the grand opening. So everything is in place. We're just doing the final finishing touches, especially the menu.
Right.
So a lot of emphasis on making sure that there's quality, variety, and the taste. I want to give when it becomes operational. Correct. When you come there, you stay at Gilgal, you enjoy.
Correct. So you're pretty much not going to, people come there for the opening on that 18th, and they have certain kind of cuisine, and then they come back on the 19th and the 20th, and it's like back to ogbono soup.
No.
No offense to ogbono soup, but I just
No, what you see is what you will get.
right. So what you got to get to see on that 18th. Look, Limbe is really, really, whoa, it's the place to be. Because as you know, the weekend before is the coronation of the paramount chief of Limbe. Because originally you had said to me that you're going to, let me just stop this so that we don't have to be little squares up there. Let me stop the share so everybody can see us better. Originally it was going to be the weekend before the 11th. And then now, because there was going to be the coronation, you had the deference to say, okay, that's a very important occasion. And you moved the opening to the 18th. So back-to-back weekends in Limbe, Limbe is going to be booming and steaming, like how we used to know our VA. OPEC City in the days before. That is amazing because there's all this buzz around that coronation and a lot of buzz too around the opening, because this is two once in a lifetime
events.
You're not likely to see that happen too many times in anybody's lifetime because of the nature of the thing, that another building is going to come and be like this one anytime soon, not too sure. That they're going to have another long live the king. So that is something which are events which you want to be a part of. They're really, really, really big events. And I like the fact that you did that, said this day should be dedicated to the to honor the
His Royal Highness.
Right.
It wasn't even close, I'm telling you. When we already set that date of June 11th, but it wasn't even close when the issue of the coronation came up, and you were the one who actually brought it to our attention. Thank you so much. When you brought it to our attention, it was not even a thought.
You didn't the second thought. You didn't say, let me go consult with so and so. It was done like, okay, we're not going to have it on that day then. We're going to just move it. Yes.
We just moved it. It just moved it. It's like,
exactly.
You got to, the only thing is, where do we go? It's not whether we will go.
Yes, it's a matter of like, okay, what date should we pick? But
what date should we pick?
No.
Yes,
because people don't know. They're seeing that name, it says Iguacho, but they don't realize that you are a Southwest dude.
I was born in Tico, and I got a lot of my life at Econa Research where my father worked. So Bakure land is I'm not a stranger there.
Right.
I spent most of my life there.
Yeah, in Mola for all intents and purposes.
I am. and I've been adopted by 3 villages.
You see that?
Bongala village, the councillor there, and also the Bonangombe, you know, and then Mukunda. So I am the son of the soil. Right.
So it didn't take you 2 seconds to say, okay, if that's what's happening, then you're going to respect that. And I am particularly happy with what's going on there now with the young, dynamic paramount chief in Boya, a younger, dynamic one too in Limbe. I just see happy things happening. You bringing this in there. For me, it's like a breath of fresh air and a very hope-filled, looking to the future with promise kind of thing. Because you having this structure there, I already see, look at those floors and everything. Somebody is going to be employed to clean them. Somebody is going to be employed to do this, to work in this kitchen. Somebody's going to be employed. It brings a lot of employment opportunities, drivers to drive shuttle buses and things like that, a lot of things, and that is a good thing always for the economy of any city. That is good.
It's good for the economy. And just to go back to the occasion of coronation, if you look back to the coronation of the paramount chief of Boya, and even of Kumba, it's a historic moment. I think history is just we're making history.
Right.
In my lifetime, I've never seen many paramount chiefs being coronated.
And it's not, and thankfully, no, I know that we talk about age goes along with wisdom, which is not necessarily the case. But usually you come and say chief is being installed, he's there with the worker stick, and you're like, okay, what are we really going to get out of this person? But look at all those 3 chiefs you've mentioned.
Yes.
Boya and Limbe, All young people with
Young people.
thinking people
They're
who
young
will be able to walk a fine line between our tradition, which is what we want. They're there to uphold the tradition of the land, but also modernize whatever can afford to be modernized. You don't have to, you can keep your tradition still, but still be forward thinking, forward looking. Think about providing opportunities for your population, for your subjects, because they're kings, so we are the subjects. And so I'm very happy that the one for Boya, I was up here, I don't know what time of the day I was here, I don't know how many AM, sitting there and wide awake and watching all of that stuff. The same way I can let people know already now, we will be on that 18th, we'll definitely be broadcasting live, covering what is going on there in Cameroon on the 18th to do with the opening of this edifice. That's what they call it. It goes beyond just calling it a building. That's an edifice right there. So, yep. So people, you've heard it, people can come to that building, use it for very different reasons. One worry I know people may think about knowing Newtown like they know it is parking. So where is this located? For those who know it, where is it located, and how are we going to, how is the parking going to be managed? I'm thinking about the streets right there. Where do people park? So how are we taking care of parking?
So we have, where we are located, as you're going from Church Street, you make the right turn towards the old market. We are somewhere in that valley.
All right.
Yes, we are somewhere, we are right in the valley, as a matter of fact, because we are bound by 2 hills, right in that valley.
Right. So instead of continuing to go up to the Catholic Church and Miss Baptist Church and going towards Seka, you make the right.
Yes, take it right towards the old market.
Correct.
Yes,
correct.
The old market. Now, before you get to our building, we have a parking lot.
Okay.
Which is less than just a block away. This parking lot is now going to be, right now it's just 1 level, but we're going to make it a parking garage. So we're going to do 3-level parking, and we also intend to build above it. So who knows, maybe there'll be a Gilgal too. And then at least there'll be parking there, enough parking, and that is valet parking.
You just leave your car with somebody. You see, I was talking about that employment thing. There you go again.
Yes.
There you go again. It's not going to be somebody from some other place. There it's somebody who is a qualified licensed driver, has been sitting there, chômeur, running around the place with nothing, with no employment. Here comes employment for somebody who is conscientious and everything to do that as a job. Awesome.
Yes, when you see, we've lived out of Cameroon. We've been in Europe and in the United States for a very long time. We've been used to some way of life. You know what I'm saying? Convenience. You go somewhere, you park your car comfortably. If you can afford it, somebody takes your car and parks it safely and securely. And then when it's time for you to leave, you just press the button and they bring your car and you drive off. That kind of life, who says we cannot live it in Africa?
Yeah.
Who says we cannot live it?
So far up till now, it's a matter is that only the minister, the governor.
No.
Yes, and I'm saying people can do this, and you can give yourself a treat.
It is free. It is free.
It's part of your if you're going to patronize the tower, then that is free. That goes in with the whole. Look at that.
Yeah, we're not. If you are a tenant there, if you're a guest there or anything, we have those. That facility service is free. We don't charge.
That's not what you're saying. There is even most places they wouldn't even do that for you.
It's free.
The last time I went to Louisiana, there we were trying to go to some well-known place there in New Orleans, and this poor guy had dropped his wife off there. Before he could come for them to actually get in the building, it took like 15 minutes because he's going around looking for a place to park. There was no parking. So that's even in some cases better than what you have here. If you're going to have valet parking taking care of you with no extra fee added to what you pay for the hotel, what you pay to stay in the place.
Yes, and if you choose to, you can park yourself. A self-parking also, you can park and walk down. It's just down the next block. It's not up to I wouldn't say more than 20 meters.
Which who is not used to doing that? You're talking about sick and all that stuff. We walk from this school all the way to the MBIWAN hospital. So no, that's not it's something that you cannot do at all if you choose to do it yourself. But you have that option of having there's the valet parking option.
Yes, you walk. I would say 40 meters. You just back and you walk down to the towers. And when it's time to go, and there's enough lighting. That entire street has been transformed by the towers.
Right.
So there's street lights.
That's security. We're talking security right there.
Security. So there's enough. I don't know. I probably don't have that picture, but the parking itself has light, and then there's light in the surroundings all the way down to on the street, all the way down to Gilgal Towers. And this is on third road. You don't have to worry about your high heels going to it's third road.
All the way. That is fantastic. It's good for people to hear this and know this and know that they're going to actually have a wonderful experience going there. I cannot wait to go there. Even the children saw the pictures and they're looking like, oh wow, we cannot wait, which is a different thing now from the idea of like, okay, when we have to go and you're like, okay, let's just grit our teeth, tie hats and go. As opposed to now actually looking forward to going there. So I had to talk about the lighting. That is security, and people who. So when I tell my colleagues or my friends now, you can go on out there. I tell them what's available for them to see out there if they go. Of course, I know how to go around the place. These are my people and my family and everything. I know everybody there. How are they? Are you going to have like take care of like tours, guided tours to take them to see the various attractions? Because who are listening to this, my audience is not only Cameroonian at all. They're listening to it from anywhere in the world. So we need to be telling them things we take for granted. We need to be telling them what is available for them there to see. I've mentioned the slave port thing there in Bimbia. But this country or that Cameroon, there, right there, that's Fako. There's the mountain as well. Would you, for example, have excursions?
Yes. So Limbe or Victoria, as we used to call it, is a very unique city. A city that has which is bounded by the sea and the mountain.
The Atlantic Ocean and Mount Fako.
Yes, very unique. Now, it has a lot of touristic attraction, areas that people would want to come from far and wide to experience Africa, to experience Cameroon, to experience life in Africa. So we have located not too far from the Gilgal Towers, maybe about 5 minutes drive, in a small village called Bimbia, a historic village.
Right.
We have very few of them in Africa, where slaves exited the motherland and went overseas. That location, which is 5 minutes drive from Gilgal Towers, is a historic place that I will encourage anyone who wants to go and trace to come there and see for themselves. See for themselves, experience history. They would really go to the sea. It's the government right now, I think they're working on making it very useful.
They really, yes. They've been doing that for the past couple years, trying to actually restore the place.
Yes, but we are going to independently try to make that place an attraction area so that we can package something, a touristic package for people who are coming from overseas. Number one, they want to feel very secure. Right. They want to feel safe because they're going to
just venture out and
yes. So
in a country that you don't know and that you don't know.
Yes, Gilgal Towers is intended to provide them that comfort, that safe area, that secure environment.
Yes.
And then we can now take them outside to experience what the history
Mhm.
You know, they
Yes,
can
that-
go mountain hiking. They can go to the mountains. We are going to arrange and make sure that if they want to do that, they will do that safely.
with a guide, with a tall guide
Yes,
that
yes.
knows the area and can
Yes,
take
we are
them safely.
going to make everything to welcome them.
There's
And
the botanic gardens too.
there's
that have
botanic
been
gardens.
very well, nicely revamped.
There's a zoo.
This
And
is-
if you have your family,
Mhm.
I'm going to say proudly that we have a playground, we have a park, we have
the amusement park, ourselves park there by four.
ourselves,
Whoop, whoop,
a great place
awesome. It
for
is.
your children. They can go there and have fun all day.
All day.
I remember when I used to take my children to Six Flags and all those places.
Right.
This is another six, I call it Seven Flags. You know?
You added one more flag.
Yes, it's a great
At amusement park there in Mile 4. Yes.
amusement.
They could go there and not miss what they have out here.
Don't miss
They have all the slides there. They have all the little merry-go-rounds and all the things there. And then you see, when you stand there, that ourselves park in Mile 4, then you can actually see the sea and the breeze comes in from there.
Yes.
And with the pool, they have an Olympic-sized pool there.
Yes.
My thing is that they have the guards, the monitor person to watch the kids. So it's not a matter of like they're going to have any mishap there. Yeah, Victoria, Limbe, as it's called now, has a lot to offer.
It has a lot. And if you look behind me, you see the beach view, you see the sea, and that's Limbe.
Right.
You know, that's what you get when you go there. You have that sea, you have the coconut, you have everything.
Correct. The fresh fish, fresh fish down there. Yes.
Go down, and then the chief, the king, the paramount chief is not far. They have a lot of cultural value there. You can go there and you know, visit some of these places and experience the rich culture of Africa.
Correct. That's a tribe. That's a people that love singing.
Yes.
They sing and they can blend their voices very. You hear them. It's full Bakuri person can sing.
Yes.
That's generally something. They sing their songs there and everything. Beat the drums and do the dancing. And they can go on out and see. And I'm sure people can organize that for them to be able to go ahead and see and get an idea of what the culture, get a flavor of what the culture is like. Then you have the Boya University up there that they can go and see and just see what it's like to and stuff. We have a lot. It's high time we sold our country with confidence.
We have to. Not too far from there, we have Sase College, the first institution. Wait a minute.
Right.
What you say? Experience it. I'm a student, by the way.
Yes, you are the real two-side cutlass right there. Yeah.
Yes. So
you claim both. Hey, there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with that. All in good fun and for real. This is just amazing. It's been this tower thing is like, wow, it's mind-blowing. It's mind-blowing what you've done. I have to applaud you and your wife for doing this. It is not just a thing. I can tell from the way you're talking about it. It's not a matter of like, I want to go and put something there and get rich. Of course, you don't want to also lose your money, that's for sure. But it's a matter of you've put a lot of thought into it. You've put a lot of, you've thought about how it benefits the community, not just a person or a family, of what the use of it would be to an entire population. It will change the face of Limbe very, very clearly. And I've been told there's even the billboard on the top of the thing right there. There's a billboard. Wow.
Yes.
Like in Times Square.
It is. It's a huge billboard, about 13 meters by 3.5 meters. It's really the entire width of the building. It's a billboard.
For people to put the advertisements and things and stuff.
Advertisement, and even the tenants who live, who are renting from us, like the offices, they have the opportunity to run their business advertisement.
And since this is the tallest building in Limbe, who will know? Who will not know? Who no go know, as they say.
They go no. And then when you have your wedding, we have a package that includes billboard. When you're having your wedding, you can project. If you have, say for example, you cannot accommodate all your guests. By the way, the ballroom can take about 400 seated comfortably. Wow. Can take up to 500, maybe like 700 if you're not sitting everybody well. Then we will never do that. You know, so if you have an occasion that you want some of your guests to see from afar, and well, we project it because we have the capability to project what is happening down at the basement, at the ballroom, Erica Ballroom, up, and the whole town will see what is going on there.
Exactly.
If it's your wedding,
Yes.
if it's just a business venture that they want to advertise from whatever they're doing, it's open. It's another TV.
You know, I'm giggling because I don't know if you know that song by ex-Malaya, Le Jour de mon mariage. I don't know if you know this. You know the song, what he sing? Appelle ta cousine. Qu'elle vienne nous voir danser because they are saying we'll never get married. Look at me now, I'm married today. That's the billboard.
That's it.
Whoever had said that rumor that was going around that I will never get married, so I'm getting married today. Look at the thing on the billboard.
That's it.
That song cracks me up so much because you're saying, va appeler ta voisine to come and see that the topic. You have to go call the neighbor. It's already there for it to be seen.
And we also do some community announcements. You know, pretty soon I'm sure we're going to start doing when it's coronation. And events like, you know, meetings for profit, yes. Can announce communities to even keep Limbe clean, run something there to encourage people to clean the city. Because I think,
like when the pandemic was on, remind people, wear your masks, things, those kinds of things. If there's an epidemic coming, tell them, hey, what to do, wash your hands, these kinds of things. Public service announcements. Public service announcements.
People think
this is an amazing thing that's about to just hit that Limbe. I am excited for you, proud of you. Just as somebody who I consider myself a Victoria girl too. This is something that you've done for us out there. I cannot say how much I applaud you and how much I wish you just the success for it. This is wishing this Gilgal Tower success is as selfish as ever, because if it succeeds, we look good.
Yeah, absolutely.
We all look good. So we all have to be rooting for it to do well, to succeed, and actually just make us all continue to make us all proud. Is there anything that you would have wanted to talk about that I have managed to not bring up?
Yes, in the area of rest, where we have a chapel there.
Okay.
That ministry is run by my wife, Priscilla. She runs that ministry. So when you're in Gilgal, you don't only go there for to rest and enjoy. You also go for spiritual growth. While you're there, the facility is open. You can go there and pray.
The same way even airports have chapels. If you need to go, I think I saw a picture like that. If you, I should be able to find that picture. I think when I was putting this together, there was one. I think let me go back here, then I can go searching. All right, I mean, that's why I just go through. This is where I stopped. I'll quickly go through.
That's the chapel, yeah. You saw.
Right. Let me go. I think no. This is like a turntable. Oh, this is it right here.
That's the chapel.
This is a chapel right here, because this is right where a pastor or preacher could stand and preach. That's like the altar right there, and people can sit right around there. So would somebody who's doing their little, I won't call it an exactly crusade, because a crusade means it's a huge number of people, but somebody who is doing a retreat for their church, that's going to be like the pastor and the elders, kind of, you know, churches do retreats.
Yes. So the ballroom that you just showed, Erica Ballroom, can handle a crusade. It can, you know, yes, that population. And then if you have maybe the pastors, this chapel can take 100 to 150 people, worshipers, so they can come there and worship there.
Right. It says Gilgal Ministry right there. I can see it.
Yes. Also, if you are having your wedding and you don't want to, you're non-denominational, it is a Christian.
You can have the entire thing just happening there.
Just come there and get hooked up.
Say your vows here.
Hooked up from heaven, and then take your vows, go downstairs.
And have the ceremony. Have the
ceremony, go back upstairs and take your sleep. And, you know, it's just, everything is in there.
In there.
And we have a gym.
Yes, I think I saw, okay, this is now about to be the historic part of Limbe. I think I did see did I see the gym? area here, I probably did not load that one up here in this set of pictures I was trying to see, but it was in the video that we watched.
Yes.
It was in the video that we watched.
Yes, that audio, zoom on that audio, that turntable, the musical.
Right here.
Musical stuff. Yes. Good.
Yes, right here. Oh, this is high tech. Like,
and powerful.
You can tell. Yeah,
oh, yes.
Things that are going to boom the thing out of that. That is wow. The full experience.
It's full experience. We can take 3 DJs operating there.
As I see the
simultaneously.
Yes,
there are 3 of them can operate it simultaneously. The speakers, the built-in speakers, are one of the in fact, the most refined here, RCF. And just surround sound, and you have they're all built in. It's just a powerful display of audio.
I can tell.
And the lighting. So
and for those who are watching who are not from Limbe and don't know about this, this is what we're talking about. Beautiful historic buildings.
Yes.
Some of them have been there that were built by the Germans back in the day. There you see that they're looking out there into the ocean. Yes. And because we have that mountain and it has erupted a number of times, these are volcanic rocks right here. Look at
that's slave trade area.
Yes, that's right. Over here too. And there's canoes. People are talking about kayaking. This is the great grandfather of the kayak right there. This is the original canoe where people go fishing out there. Look at how it's beautiful to see. It's beautiful to see with that old German-like architecture over there. And you see there on the pier there. And then this is the Alsef Rivera Park Amusement Park we're talking about, right there where the kids can come play. And okay, now we're back to where everything started. Before we got to, I cannot help but come and remind people of what the tower looks like. That's why it's called the tower. Look at it. Yeah, it is a tower. It towers above the city of Limbe. And then look at the view by night. Yeah. Look at the view by night. Look at that sky there and everything. As we're saying, the tarred street, that's the tarred street, even though it's kind of dark there now, you can still see that it's the streets are tarred. Yes. And this is the view, all glorious out there. Fantastic. And look at this area at the very top here. I can see that as the penthouse. Penthouse, yes. Yeah. Over there. I even have many more pictures. There's another album that I had there that I built, but those were like so many pictures. I said to myself, maybe not, we'll not be able to show all of that today, but I can find it quickly if I went to the other here. I'll just quickly run through that, but look at I'll scroll and look and just see, just feast your eyes, feast your eyes, feast your eyes. Look at all of this glitz and glamour. Feast, look at that, look at that, look at the bedrooms, look at the beds, look at the things. We cannot dwell on each one now, but just look at this structure. So your eyes, let me just quickly just go. So you're talking about color themes. Look at the blue. That's the blue. They're very different from the animal print one or the brown one that we saw before. Yes. And look at this one with the multicolored thing, like a kind of mosaic thing going on there. And just as we're going, see them. We talked about chandeliers and crystal. Look at this one. There you go. So we're not just talking and just saying stuff. Look at precious china. Look at the glasses and the things. It's high end. I'm telling you, people. There we said chandeliers. There's another one. Yeah. There's another one right there. And I've been scrolling forever. My finger hurts, and I'm just going there. Here you go. Look at the thing outside there.
Yeah, that's outdoor dining.
Outdoor dining, yes.
That's my favorite place. Yes. That's where I like to sit because the breeze, the breeze coming there from the Atlantic. Right. You just feel it there and it's so relaxing.
I think there's one that had a picture of you. I don't know if I'm going to find it as I'm scrolling so fast through. Oh. Look, let's look here. See the conference thing we're talking about right here.
So that inspiration came from a very good friend and colleague whom you know very well. We lost him at SAR. Yeah. He just, by the way, I just go back to remind myself that you did a fantastic job with the online Zoom during his funeral. I looked at him, I was like, oh, this lady, can she not call me? Because I was just admiring the whole thing. Oh. I said, well, poor me, I'm just sitting down there crying, my friend. Why
I know.
I wish
know. That,
I wish she can acknowledge me to make sure I know her or she knows.
I didn't know, but now I know you a little well. Besides, I know your sister is my classmate, Clara Iguacho. That's my classmate.
Okay.
And then I don't know, Sister Free, but late, I think she's passed on now.
Yes, she's so late.
Yes, I knew her in Guaykele in the University of Yaoundé.
She's so late. So that's a multilingual conference room.
Right. So
By
is
the time
you don't see something that looks like a booth over here where
yes.
Where?
For the translators and interpreters.
They're awesome.
By the time it's finished, you'll just be a state of the art with modern equipment to translate and interpret simultaneously up to 8 languages. So conferences, international conferences, easy. And it also has Zoom capabilities that you can zoom in there and do Google World. You just
with other people around the world.
Yes. And there's a huge TV. I'm sure you passed that TV.
Let me see if is this.
That's it.
Right here.
Yeah. So you can project all
floor to ceiling.
Yes, indeed. So you have your conferences, you display all your files there, your videos, everything, your agenda. Wow. So it's really going to be a high-tech conference room.
It sure is. It sure is. Look at all of this stuff. Oh, look at this one. Oh, thank God I did not go. Just look at that. My goodness.
That's the famous Limbe and night picture. I think that has made rounds in social media.
Right.
So they call it Limbe and night. That's the night of Gilgal.
It's awesome. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. There's no picture that one should not click on. Look at this one. Look at this decor right here. This is, I don't know what I've lost count. I'm not counting anymore the different styles and themes. They're just very, very, very well furnished.
That's awesome.
Look at that. We had seen the other bed here. Here's another one. This is different from what we saw before. Your mirror right there. You don't have to go out wondering. You go and stay with your mbamba somewhere. She only has the half mirror. You can see the top of you. You cannot see from your waist down.
No, that's good. So it's rich brown. You know, it's
right.
all
right.
So
right. This is taking time to do stuff. I don't know how loud this is going to be now, but I wanted to do really quickly. That is that video of the thing in action right here. So that's the bride right there.
Yes.
You see, but now you can see, someone can actually see what we're talking about.
Yes.
This is the ballroom in action. Look at those lights we're talking about, all blaring away there. There's a dancing, that is the farotage going on there. Nobody is sweating the embarrassing sweat that we're talking about. So it's not a matter of like, it's been there, done that.
Yes.
It's what we're talking about.
Something that is very interesting there. The guys at the mezzanine level. Right. When the place is really, when it shows, they stand around the balcony.
Yes. That way it avoids any overcrowding.
No, you look at them, they're looking down. They just.
I'm going to just go back and play a little bit so we can see.
They're just enjoying it.
Yes, they are up there.
They're up there, yeah. They just stand up there and they just enjoying it.
There, what you're talking about, right up there.
That's it.
You see people, see all the chairs. There it is. Up there, all around. There you go. That is the thing. So I wanted to just give people a view. And now here is like you can see there's the towers right there. That's the city of Limbe. All around it, going there, you can see like a panoramic view. Right, with the hills over there and much more further in the distance. That would be where you'd find the mountain in Boya. And these are all views of the city. Correct. And that of the hotel and its panels again over here.
There's some parking behind there also too, which I didn't mention. That one is for the parking around the perimeters of the building, all secure because it's a fenced environment.
Okay.
So you can also park, if you don't want to go up the hill, you can park behind and on the side of the building.
All right. All right. And then here is so more just different angles of the towers that you can see right there. There you are. This is the picture I was looking for. That's his favorite. That's Monsieur there. That's Monsieur there in his favorite spot.
Relax, right?
Exactly.
After I had his works.
Exactly. Just sitting there and chilling. So don't be looking at the person and think he's just an imposter. There he is in his element, in his empire, sitting there. There you go. What I was trying to find. And look at here, down here. That's I'm saying, is that on the way to the parking place or no? Or
No, this is just the front park. No, those ones, there are just 2 or 3 cars can park outside there, the front.
Directly. If you're coming in just to drop off.
Side and the back.
Okay. Because I said, okay, I do see another car down there.
Yes,
Down there where that's likely to be the parking. Let's see. I don't want us to skip anything of any importance. This is just the building. Look at the different angles of it.
That's it.
Right. Different angles of it. I'm sorry, whoever it is that has chosen to listen to this on radio.
On where you see the Okada.
Right here.
That's about where the parking lot is.
Right here. To the left.
Building.
To the left here.
To the right.
The right over on this side.
Yes.
And just go across.
Yes, that's where you see the parking lot. Yeah.
This is a very clear. You can see the building. We're not kidding when you say the tallest building in Limbe. Well, there it is. Obviously, look at the stairs, like leading up to the different parts of the.
That's the lobby.
Lobby.
That's the lobby stairs going up.
Mm-hmm.
All the way to the 11th floor, just like that. 40.
Right. If you choose to go up the stairs as opposed to the elevator, and these are the bunch of chandeliers we're talking about right there. So you see, I've been scrolling, and it just never ends. It's just a lot to see. This we haven't looked at. This is a different one altogether.
Yes.
This one is a kind of taupe themed living quarters, living area right there. Look at the high quality stable settings. There they are. Look at that too, right there. It is anybody's an entertainer's dream. If you're going to entertain and have people, that's the dream. This might be. I was trying to look here. What area is this with the
ballroom? That's the ballroom behind. What you're saying now is a TV, large giant TV.
I see. That's what got me a little confused.
Yeah.
Is what okay?
It's a giant TV screen that can project. Say if you're having a wedding and you have pictures, childhood pictures, or anything you want to project. That's you just put it there. So
right. A photos, a slideshow of anything.
Slideshow of anything you project it there.
Yes.
And then to the right, you have a green room. We call it a green room. The green room is where the bride and the groom, they stay until it's time for them to come out. So it's a little private room.
Okay. On the side.
The side, that private room is just very comfortable. Also has a toilet in there, and then you just wait for a moment, and you can see what's happening. By the way, one other thing that we have is the ability to see what is happening in the ballroom from your room upstairs.
Okay.
So everything is projected on the TV. We have a channel, which is the ballroom channel. So if in your room and you want to choose when to come down.
Correct. You can see at what point they are and know when to start getting ready. Yes.
At
if you have the program.
At what point you can just come downstairs and
then wait till you actually are ushered in, as opposed to having to call your friends to say what is
going on.
And they never hear. Those friends we call, they never hear because they're busy.
It's so loud in there.
It's so loud they won't hear that their phone ring. So it's better you must monitor it your own self and know when to do the thing. That if you're doing a surprise thing for somebody, you know when they say, okay, she's coming before you come and do the surprise thing, you can monitor, all of that can be monitored. Exactly. That's awesome. And then here, these are the historic pictures again. Look at that. That sky and the mountain.
Beautiful
view there.
Limbe.
Yes.
Really
so people who are looking, who are not familiar with the Limbe, that's what you will be getting. Yeah. These are even better pictures of of Bimbia, slave trade area.
The port of no return. When you leave that gate, you come back.
That's it.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. So
I think we have covered. I do not know what else we have left out. I think we have covered this thoroughly. I took from this album, this huge album, and made the smaller one that we went through. We went over bit by bit. So but these are some pictures, shade of that we had not seen. So I'll just show that one for whoever's looking. I'm sure whoever has not seen this before is just like blown away, like I was when I first saw these. Look at that. Look at that. So this is okay. See, this is parking right there.
Parking. That's parking. So it's fenced, and you see the light. It has
right there.
Yeah, all around you have that light.
Like that.
Light all around.
Yes. This is awesome. And then I have had this to show the beginning of it of everything. Yes, this is amazing. You've done. They say I caught you cafe, Mr. Iguachu.
No, thank God. To God be the glory. We are just
amen.
To follow the directions. So
right.
Be done.
Any other thing that we think we may not have? I think we've done.
Okay, so we have, of course, we have a gym in there. It's not
right. I'm trying to see if I can find the because I have seen the thing with the equipment before. I don't just know which. I probably scrolled by too fast and missed it.
You probably maybe a bit. We have a gym there well equipped.
So you don't have to say I'm going on vacation and so I'm going to fall off my exercise regimen. No.
No, go downstairs.
Right.
Go downstairs and exercise. And then we have a yet to be installed a beauty salon there where you can do all your dressing and makeups and stuff.
Yes, so that's what makes us all late to these occasions. We go to the place. I'm just going to be frank. We go because we want someone to go do eyebrows, go to pedicure and manicure. But you're coming back then now, so I don't be sit taxi.
No.
It wasn't like a Okada, so I'm not going to get on Okada. We're waiting to see this, and then you come back and you're late. Sometimes it's the bridesmaid herself who is late. So everything is delayed. The bride is flustered and unhappy. I think we're not going there. So this one-stop shop thing is awesome. This you can do everything in the same place. Idea is really a good one. So what do you see in the future? What do you see in the future? Because this is already so much. I cannot think of what else is anybody going to add to this.
You mean for this project?
Right.
Or generally?
All of the above.
No, it's just the services. Now we are going to move on to the next phase, which is to, and we touched on it a little bit, to expand the services to include tourism as a package. We work with other facilities nearby, areas of interest, so we can have people leave their countries around there and have a good time. We leave from here, we go to other countries. We go to Jamaica, we go to Cameroon.
Hello, 2 weeks ago, that's where I was, and I'm going there and saying, how different is this from Limbe? The lady I was selling the mangoes, I'm like, this is the same #1 mango that I know.
There you go.
And I'm like, why shouldn't I be there? The same thing. They have really taken their tourism industry seriously and have brought everything. I don't know anybody in Jamaica there, but I was able to sit here and plan ahead of time. And for somebody, a contact person to tell me, here, you need to get tested for this COVID, get a negative test before you come. Here's what you need. You'll need one on the way back. Right there at the hotel, we have a testing site for this. So I was going there with all the peace of mind in the world, saying, I don't need to know anybody there. The hotel itself is going to take care of me. And they sure did. That's what we need more of. Definitely. We need
more of it. Douala Airport is just 1.5 hour drive from Limbe. So we arrange for your transportation. The moment you arrive Cameroon, we take you over and we plan your trip. Just make sure you have fun, you enjoy, you tour Mother Africa. You go there and you enjoy Limbe.
Yeah.
You just leave back with some nice, refreshing experience.
Correct.
And you get
some beautiful photos and footage that you take with you. So you want to do that? Let us remind you. You go to www.Gilgal Towers. Gilgal is Gilgal. Towers, TOWERS, one word. GilgalTowers.com, and you're going to see that there. In fact, I think I myself was just looking. I don't know if I still have that sitting there because I had gone to it not too long before we started doing this. I probably don't have that here. I'm going to take a chance and see if I can find that, kind of put that there and come back. I hope my teaching days have not made me forget how to go from screen to screen. But that was what I did for a living through COVID. Nope, I got it. That's it.
Oh, yeah, you got it. That's it.
That's it. This is the website we're talking about.
That is the website.
It says home, about us, apartments, amenities, office rental, conference hall, gallery, the Erica Ballroom, and how to contact them.
And they are going to add tourism to that.
So there's going to be one more tab there now for tourism. Yes.
Another page for tourism. They're going to add it there. So
good. So it's right here. It's gilgaltowers.com. You can see it right there from my own browser right here. Yes. Luxury building things. It says home. That's where we are. About us. That I just will click for clicking sake. There you go. Apartments. There you go. Amenities.
And when you scroll down, you can rent. You can actually reserve.
Right. Tell me where I should be going. Is it the way where it says amenities or
apartments? No, apartments.
Apartments right here.
So you scroll down.
There you go.
You can book.
There you go. It tells you what the price is right there. The amount of CFA per day.
Yes.
There it is, and the various places. It says book now right here. So you just go click from your home.
And also it has a conversion dollar. If you want to do it on dollars, you change the currency to dollars right on top. And when you click, you see the amount, the cost in dollars.
Correct. So you know, it's there at your fingertips. Give yourself a treat. Even if you have a home there, you can choose. Some of us live in our own homes here too in the States, and choose for some weekend, Valentine's Day weekend, to just go to a hotel and just sit there. So we just leave our blenders alone behind, and all that ginger and the grater, leave it alone and just go chill. So that's even for us that's home for us. You could choose to go ahead and give yourself a treat. But this is definitely something you can see for yourself that we should be proud of.
See that one you were trying to click, go to your right, far right.
Far right.
Yes, someone basically just booked that room for the whole year.
Oh, wow.
A colleague, someone who
right. Because these are the things: 1 bedroom, ocean view, maximum occupancy, 3 persons, or 8 persons, elegant 2 bedrooms, maximum occupancy. Very, very well done. Yes. So listeners, viewers, that's it. gilgaltowers.com. Go on there, find what you need. Let me stop the share. And I think you've done us proud. You've done us this great favor. That's a gem of a building, of an edifice for Limbe. Anytime soon, you think in the future, Gilgal Towers channel like that, the Hilton here, the Hilton there, we're going to have another one. Just asking.
One step at a time.
One step at a time first. Let's get this one off the ground first.
Yes. And then we see what the Lord can do. But I'm pretty sure that he will do better things. We would make
Let's expand on this one.
Continue.
And then maybe down the road, as God leads.
As God leads, we'll continue and do other things. Because our goal is to bring comfortable life to our people. The life that we enjoy. We leave our country to come and enjoy stuff over here. And as a matter of fact, I heard somebody say, oh, wow, if you want to go to that building, I don't need to go back. I don't need to go to Europe. I don't need to go to America. If I just want to experience America, I go to that building. Right. I just felt good just to know that somebody who cannot afford the fare ticket or even the visa, you just feel like, okay.
A taste of it.
A taste of it. Let me just go there. You see? Let me just go there, and then I just feel like I'm already in Europe, so I don't need to worry because some people their dream is to go out and
experience. Yes.
So if they can feel it, or they feel that they can experience
it home to them.
You have made their day. So
which is what I'm talking about, giving treats to people. You live someplace else, even if you live in the Northwest region, you live in the East, West, anywhere. You know that this thing is there. Hey, You've been married to that dear lady now for I don't know how many years. It's the 10th anniversary. That's it. Let's take the trip
Yes.
to go just even there. So it's not only for tourists, meaning you're coming from.
No. I have a couple right there in Limbe, and the guy told me that the next time I want to go out, I will just take my wife and come here. It's cheaper. He told me actually it's cheaper than to drive to
all the way.
Yeah. I just take her, come here, forget about my kitchen, forget about everything. We stay here. Although they're in Limbe.
Yes.
I will just stay here and then just experience it. And then at the end of it, you say, honey, we went out to Europe, right? And then she'll say,
we go back. And poor honey is not going to go. It's going to want to
no,
go.
Honey is not going
to. After sitting in that seat for a while, like, oh Lord, no. We should be very sad to go back to everyday life. But hey, you just have to make them promise to come to bring you again the next time.
Yes.
Next time to experience it.
Yes, so I'm very humbled by your speaking to me about this project, and
worthwhile. It is very definitely worthwhile. It's a laudable project in so many ways. Yes. It is. I don't know. I thank God that you saw that poto and that water there and dreamt this thing out of it. Because some of us would have looked at it and said, "Oh my goodness, where?" and just walked right by. But you saw something in there and God has enabled you to put it together. Yes. And I cannot wait for that 18th to come and let us see that building launched and spring into action. Indeed. And then you will do more videos and things and come on back here and say, we told you, look at it.
Indeed. And to some people who are sitting out there and they are wondering, how did you do that? I hear that, I've heard that Cameroon or in some areas that you go, you find it difficult building, they're dealing with the contractors there is very difficult. Yes, it is, but it's doable. Yes. If you see this,
you find the right ones. Because
yes. I did not move to. I never moved to that country to do it. No. It's doable. You just need to have the right people there. You need to invest your time.
Right. To follow it up. So it's going from time to time. Go see. Yes. And then delegate to people that are trustworthy, that you know can do it, and you find competence.
Yes.
And stop cutting corners.
No.
To make sure you get the right thing done.
So I want to encourage someone out there who is thinking of going to do it, that it's doable. Mm-hmm. Just put your time, like with every other thing in life, you need to invest your time, and you achieve it. So again, it's doable. I encourage anyone who wants to do it. To go and do it, at the level that they are comfortable doing.
Correct. It may not have to be as huge an edifice as this one is.
Even bigger.
Everybody has what it is that they can do, and you go ahead and you go for it. You go for it. Than to sit with regrets and say, maybe I should have, maybe I could have. Go for it.
So let me just over one thing. When this project initially was designed to be 7 floors. When the architect actually designed it, was 7th floor. And when we started building, just because the foundation took a lot of rods and money, decided to build a little bit higher than 7th floor. And when we got to, I think it was 10th floor, then the government delegate, late Motanga, rest in peace, came there. He actually inspired. When he came there, he looked at this like, oh wow, man, from what I'm seeing, you can even go to 15. We're not supposed to go that high. So when he said that, I looked at my wife and said, Mommy, let's go. We started going floor by floor by floor by floor until we got to where we are. So sometimes somebody comes along your path that we
believe God sends them.
Yes.
That's what they call it, God sent.
Somebody who
why not
inspire you?
Right.
Yes, and that
give you that push to say, go.
Yes, I was speaking to someone out there. If you have it and you think that, oh no, I cannot get it. No, just wherever they see it's a will, there'll be a way. Go in there and start.
Take that leap of faith.
And pray for it that, oh wow, I want to do something for humanity. I want to do something not just for us a business, but I want to do something that will change lives, transform lives. That's why this place was transformed from the water basin to what it is now.
Correct.
Glory. It's all about giving people better life.
That's right. That's right. And in the process, giving yourself one in the process as well. So congratulations on this.
Thank you.
That 18th isn't far away anymore. We cannot wait to hear those drums beating, to see that ribbon getting cut.
Yes.
And for Gilgal Tower to just open to the public, open to the world, and open to all those possibilities ahead of it.
Yes.
Right. So wish you the best. And I know you'll be back here to come and give a follow-up when that translation interpretation booth opens. It will be news. When anything else comes on, the restaurant is up and booming, it will be news. So anything that Gilgal does, we are here to follow the process and make sure that the world gets to know what else is new over there. And they say, consume Cameroon, go to the place that is owned by somebody that is from the area and patronize it. And this time they're not just saying or just begging you, just please go. Look at, you will be getting your money's worth. Every single dime you pay there, you'll be getting that money, that your money's worth and more. So, ladies and gentlemen, you've been listening to us for quite a bit. I don't even know how long we've been talking. We've just been on and on that building. Yes, it doesn't, for me, it doesn't even begin to matter. I don't see any part of this that we should have left out.
No, nothing, but I want to ask you one question before we leave. And I want to be the one to ask now. Your radio station, you are a journalist, very seasoned. Where did you get a name from? I was just curious.
Vosaworld Radio. You want us to stay here for I don't know how long. Vosaworld Radio. You know how I was nodding when you were saying sometimes need somebody to come and push you along and get you to do something. I was minding my own business here peacefully. It is the Mr. Simon that you said you know. And a former classmate of mine were in class 3 together with Atsa, by her Renee, who came and said, we started this radio. The Vosaworld is for because there are accidents of Vocast.
Okay.
So that's the only thing that they were doing there out, like I would say for the fun of it. That's sitting out there. And so this classmate who knows me came and said, told Mr. Ita, let me go talk to my friend over there and get her to come and do this. He came and I laughed. And I said, who? Me? To go and say what? I can write a few things. I don't talk anything. Do you hear me with a talking voice? He says, no, you can do. And I said, no. He still sent the equipment to this house. And I thought it was one of the things that my packages, since my husband works out of the country, when he's about to come home, he starts to order his things from Amazon. And so they start arriving, packages start arriving in this house. We stock them quietly there in the pantry place for him to come and sort out. So this box came with this equipment and all this stuff. See the equipment. I thought it was his, and I went and kept it there in that pantry. So he sat and he was not hearing from me. And so one day he calls and says, did you see the equipment? I said, I'm like, what equipment? He said, I sent something to your house there. It says, I followed the package, I tracked it, they say it has arrived. I'm like, I don't know anything about it. It's my son who said, do you remember that a box came here and we're wondering whose it was? And you just said it's daddy's things, go keep it in the pantry. So went and brought that box out of there. And then the box sat there again for about 1 month or more. My son was saying, aren't you even going to give this a try? I said one day, somebody called me to do something for them. Judith Fang, she said she's trying to do her read something on the air. Do you want to come and be her like a guinea pig? Come, I'll interview you. You just chat. I said, sure. Well, my cabans. She asked me questions. I answered them and I kept quiet. That my classmate came and said, but what I just saw you do there is what we're saying you should come and do over here. Why don't you give it a try? That give it a try was August of last year. And now here I am with that thing behind me there saying Vosaworld Radio. Wow. And I'm a regular on the thing like that somebody needs to give you a push.
Wow.
I didn't see myself doing it at all.
Wow. You're doing it well.
I found myself sitting here doing something which I didn't even see coming at all. So that's the story. That's the story behind that.
Okay, I pray that God will take you higher.
Amen. Amen. Yeah. That's what we hope. Because as for me, this is the reason why I got convinced to come do it. Because I'm a community-oriented person too. Yes. Whatever we can do that helps lift somebody, that helps inform people so we do better, we have better lives for the short time that we do have on this earth. That's what we should be doing. There's no time for squabbles and just wasting your time. Get up in the morning, sit and do nothing. Just drink beers all day, just kongosa all day and sit back like that is such a wasted life.
I'm off.
Yes, oh yeah, that's because because of the thing you're back on the thing. It's a virtual background that we had that did that. Okay. You cannot waste your time like that. You cannot. You have to leave. Because we talked about our common friend Atsa, Yes, he went on much earlier than would have hoped, but he sure packed meaning into his life, every bit of it. He did the stuff he accomplished. He was so passionate about what he did that we just miss him, but we cannot say that, oh, his life didn't count, it counted for a lot. If we can see from everybody who is saying, I wish you were here, would have done this. I wish you were here, would have done that. That's because he did a lot. So we have to make our lives count. And in knock on wood, we'll be here for a number of years, many more years. But after that, we all know we're not going to be here forever. But isn't it amazing that somebody will stand, walk by that road in Limbe and say, look at that building. It was built by Mr. Eric Igwachu.
Wow.
Then your great-grandchildren and your great-great-grandchildren. They say, my grandpa, when that great-grandkid of yours is sitting there trying to fail in school, they're like, are you the grandchild of that Mr. Eric Igwachu who built this building? What is wrong with you?
What is wrong with you?
That's the thing. So you've already put your stamp on history, you've already put your name down in print as having achieved this. Someone can look at it and emulate, and people can look at it and say, he could, maybe I could too. Maybe not of the same level or magnitude, but something in my own way. I too can be. You're going to see suppliers. Somebody's going to have to supply that your restaurant with the beef to cook the food.
Right.
So somebody's going to supply potatoes for the chips.
Potatoes for the chips.
Right. Somebody's going to do, so somebody can go back to their garden now and their hoe is there and growing whatever they're growing, raising the chickens that they're raising. Somebody's buying them. It's amazing.
It is.
Amazing.
Thank God.
Somebody would have sat down there now, will sell these chickens, put the money together and send their child to that CCAT that I'm talking about every day. Send their child to that CPC Bali that you have talked about, or up to success like that. Because they are working as a chef in that kitchen, because they are working as a DJ in that Erica ballroom, because they are the people who come and help to do the secretariat work in the conference room there. That's employment happening. That is good for a city, no matter how you slice it. It's good for the economy of that city. You will pay taxes to the council. They will now clean all those waters with all that debris that is causing the flooding. It's a whole network of things that's going to happen because of that. So I am seeing well beyond the magnificence of the edifice. I'm seeing all of that stuff that comes along with it. People's lives are going to be better for it because somebody looked at that and did and went on and had the courage, and God gave them the grace to get it done. So I don't know whether this is how to cut cafe or not.
It's okay. It's okay.
Right. So it's a pleasure. It's been a real pleasure talking to you.
It's mine.
Right. I know you're busy. For you to have taken the time and come and sat here this long to talk about this. I'm glad.
Well, finally, I had that chance to really speak to you on air. This is my first time. I've never done it.
Right. Oh, awesome. See how you did. And I was telling you, it's not an interview, it's a chat. Come on, let's just talk. You don't need any preparation. You don't need anything because it is your brainchild. You are the one that brought this into being. It's the same thing as somebody says, what is your name? You don't have to go look in the dictionary. What is my name? You are ready with it because you know the stuff. It's yours. It's your thing.
Yes.
Right. So all the best with it. I'm praying that the 18th will go fantastic and that the rest of the future of this will be brilliant.
Thank you very, very much.
You're welcome.
And have a blessed day.
You too. You too. Thank you. All right.